What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller. Just give me one moment. There we go. Natural Born Thriller. Just looking for the lens. And welcome everyone to New Japan Review, the show from January 5th, 2020, where it pertains to Wrestle Kingdom 14 results, where it pertains to Wrestle Kingdom 14 Night 2 for this review. With the attendance of 30,063 in attendance in the Tokyo Dome in Tokyo, Japan, under the promotion of New Japan Pro Wrestling. The tagline, where it pertains to Wrestle Kingdom 14, because of Jushin Thunder Liger, is called Liger, the Final Pinnacle of Strength, Birthplace of Legend. And your commentators, it's basically the same old commentators. Gino Gabino. What was his nickname? They said, Big Juicy, something like that. Big Juicy. I'm assuming that's what it was, but basically, yeah. Gino, Gabino, Kevin Kelly, Chris Charlton, excuse me, and Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero also, if I recall, maybe this is actually night one. I'm sorry, what's going on? Here we go, night two. So yeah, here we go again. But yeah, like I said, the same old commentators. You also had your ring announcers. Kemi Haiko Osaki. Also, Minodo, Abe, or Abby, something like that. And your referees as usual. Germany. Well, from the pre-show, it was Germany, Marcus. But on the main shows, you had Kenta Sato, Tiger Hattori, Marty Asami, and Red Shoes Uno. So that being said, folks, let's get right into the matches itself, going into Wrestle Kingdom 14 of night 2. So the first match was the pre-show. The pre-show featured a gauntlet match for the Never Openweight 6-man Tag Team Championship. This lasted 23 minutes and 23 seconds. And you had, first of all, Bullet Club, where pertains to Balak Farley, Yujiro Takahashi, and Chase Owens. There was no Peter along with the Tokyo Pimp in this one. And I say to myself, I miss seeing her. And they go up against, representing Chaos, Tomohiro Ishii, Yoshihashi, and Robbie Eagles. So they started off first and start pretty decent with Chaos going over. And then we get to the Suzuki Goons, Taichi, El Desperado, and Yoshinobu Kanamura. And they had a match, and it was pretty decent too. Until Chaos gets a win over the Suzuki Goon. Then we get to Los Ingobernables de Japón, which will feature Evil, Shingo Takagi, and Bushi. And they have a match, and is a pretty decent too. And then we get to the Los Ingobernables de Japón getting the win here on Chaos, where pertains to Evil pinning Ishii with the Darkness Fall. And I could swear, and I couldn't tell because the camera angle was not at the right position for me to see it, but I could swear Ishii kicked out. But referee, what was his name again? The referee of the pre-show, Germany Marcus, he counted the three. Basically, it was a three count. So this caught me as a surprise along with Ishii, and was I'm pretty sure everyone else they caught everyone surprised. Was that a botch finish there? I don't know, because after that was over, we getting ready to have the champions come out, pertains to the defending the 6-man tag titles, pertains to most violent players and Toji Makabe and Yano. Yeah, I mean Toru Yano, excuse me, and and then also with them, alongside with them is Ryusuke Takachi. Ishii went after Evil. We started fighting a little bit, and then all of a sudden Evil hits him with the everything's evil, and that was it. So the match continues on. The final teams. And they end up doing pretty good. Um, there was a lot of chain tactics in this match, or pertains to Yano, obviously, and then what pertains to also with Los Cinco Blames de Japón. That was some chain going on there too. And in the end, as I predicted, and I'm glad I was right with this prediction. Los Ingobernables de Japón wins the Never Openweight 6-man tag team championship. So they're the new Never Openweight 6-man tag team champions. Great. And that was the pre-show. Now let's get to the main show itself. Give me one moment, folks. All right, just check it here before I move on. All right, we go. The opening match will feature a match which pertains to Jushin Thunder, excuse me, which pertains to Jushin Thunder Liger's retirement match. And it was a tag team match. That lasted 12 minutes and 16 seconds. And again, what pertains to Jushin Thunder Liger's retirement match, I wish it could have been a one-on-one situation. What pertains to Jushin Thunder Liger either facing the Great Muda or Rey Mysterio Jr. But what pertains to Rey Mysterio Jr., that's impossible because WWE's not going to allow that anyways. Because because Vince McMahon, they're stubborn that way and they're petty that way. But this is what we got, and what we got here was Hiromu Takahashi teaming up with Ryu Lee, better known as Dragon Lee. And I'm assuming there's going to be some tensions between these two teams. I mean, these two guys, for being teaming up for this one night, or pertains to facing Jushin Thunder Liger and his partner. I'll get to that momentarily, but I'm assuming that's good. It's good. Hiromu Takahashi and Ryu Lee, they're gonna revisit that feud that happened 2 years ago. The same feud that didn't pick up where it left off when Ryu Lee, Dragon Lee, botched his Dragon Driver to Hiromu Takahashi that's put on the show for a year and a half. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna leave. They're gonna follow up on that one pretty soon. By Ryu Lee, he had a mask. It was one half that was in honor of Jushin Thunder Liger, and I'm pretty sure the other half is supposed to be pertains to him being Dragon Lee. And he had he has like a match under him too. Wrestling under the mask. His usual Dragon Lee mask, but he's going by Ryu Lee now. But I don't know. I don't understand why. But whatever. To me, he's still Dragon Lee, but he's going by Ryu Lee. So, but Hiromu Takahashi and Ryu Lee defeated Jushin Thunder Liger and Naoki Sano, and they were being accompanied by Yoshiaki Fujiwara. And match itself I thought was pretty decent, decent opening. Jushin Thunder Liger lost the match when he got hit with the time bomb by Hiromu Takahashi. And I guess in a way, I thought Liger, at least with Liger, he's gonna win the match in his final match. Since it's gonna be it's gonna be done from anyways. But there's a reason why too, why he lost too. Where pertains to Hiromu Takahashi being the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, which pertains to the Junior Heavyweights division. Jushin Liger is the reason why he's one of the innovators, the pioneers of why of the Junior Heavyweights what is was very important in professional wrestling, and they carried on in America and in Mexico, where it pertains to the cruiserweight division, and in British, and also in British too. I hear this that British does also a cruiserweight division too as well, and also what pertains to TNA wrestling with the X division. So Jushin Thunder Liger is one of those guys who's the reason why that those type of division was put on the map, and is all thanks to Jushin Thunder Liger. So Hiromu Takahashi, after the match, when it was over, he was laying, Liger was laying down, like not looking knocked out, and then Hiromu said to him, and it was translated, basically was translated for me, but he said to him, he's gonna carry on the junior heavyweight legacy for him, and I thought that was nice that Hiromu Takahashi said that, considering that he's one of now of the best junior heavyweights in New Japan right now, and he's got the belt to prove it too. Ryu Lee, like I said before, with the mask he had, one half of it was Liger, and the other half was his mask, and then he gave it to Liger, and then he bowed down to him. There I choked up a little bit because it was very emotional, because this will be the last time that we ever see Jushin Thunder Liger wrestle in the ring ever again, and it was on this night of Wrestle Kingdom 14, second night, on January 5th, 2020. It's something that people remember by, no matter if you were there or if you were watching it at home. It's something to remember by, that you have witnessed Jushin Thunder Liger's final match of his professional wrestling career. So Liger got on the microphone. He said, 31 years he's been wrestling, and this is where it comes to an end for Jushin Thunder Liger as a wrestler. He thanks everyone, he bows to everyone, and that was it. It is now the end of the legacy of Jushin Thunder Liger. After 31 years of Jushin Thunder Liger being around in professional wrestling, not just for New Japan, but for professional wrestling in general. Yeah, it has finally culminated to this day. And again, it's unfortunate that we didn't get the match that we wanted to have in Japan between Liger and Mysterio. And it's a damn shame. But all I can say now is to Jushin Thunder Liger, thank you for the memories. And I'll never forget when I first saw Jushin Thunder Liger at a live event in Ring of Honor. I'm assuming it was back in Best in the World or some other event, or it was probably a Final Battle. Either way, Liger showed up at Ring of Honor, and I was so excited to see him there, and I was so excited and very honored and very privileged to be there to see one of Liger's matches, because he's one of my all-time favorites. One of the best masked wrestlers in the history of masked wrestlers, next to Rey Mysterio Jr., Mil Mascaras, and a few others I don't want to name right now, because I don't want to take too much time with this. But to Jushin Thunder Liger, cheers. Thank you for the memories. But it's not over yet, folks, because we still got to New Year's Dash for Jushin Thunder Liger to have his ceremony for to celebrate his career, and I cannot wait to see how they do this. Obviously, there could be some matches there too, but I don't know if Liger's gonna have a match on there. I'm pretty sure this was his last match right here in the Tokyo Dome, and in Wrestle Kingdom. Because New Year's Dash is going to be in Carnegie Hall. So, but I doubt he's going to wrestle. I think it's just going to be a ceremony. So, but yeah, to Liger, thank you, Liger. And then we move on. We move on to Roppongi 3K, Show and Yo being accompanied by Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero didn't join our commentary until, I believe, during the match between Zack Sabre Jr. and Sanada, which that was next, but I'll get to that later. But as right now, I'm going to get to Roppongi 3K defeating Bullet Club's own Taiji Ishimori and El Phantasmo, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, to become the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. In this tag team match lasted 14 minutes and 8 seconds. The introduction for Roppongi 3K, where they were in the somewhere outside the streets, whatever, and they got a call from Rocky Romero, and it was from their Apple phone. I'm assuming it's the Apple phone, but Rocky Romero lets us know that we got I'll meet you guys at the Tokyo Dome and everything, and then all of a sudden they started showing in the graphics in a way. They rocket themselves with pertains to wearing some shoes, some kind of rocket shoes, whatever. I don't know. It was cool. It was pretty cool though. That they got to the and they got there. But I thought it was good. I thought it was gonna do something where pertains to flying in the Tokyo Dome, but I guess they couldn't do that. I don't know. But yeah, but the video was cool though. It was pretty cool. And the match itself was good. And then picked up any gear where it could have been a show stealer, but I still thought it was good. But what I love about the match though was that usually when El Phantasmo whenever he tries to cheat behind the referee's back, he always does the punch to the groin, to the private areas, to his opponents. Kind of instead of doing the split, he's basically like doing the giant cage, doing the low blow punch to his opponent. Except while doing the split, because giant cage he does the split and then boom, punch you in the groin. But so he and this was a story here too, because El Phantasmo always kept winning matches like this. To Show, to Yo, and even in tag team matches too, and in other tag team matches as well, where it gets to more than a 2-on-2, like a 3-on-3 or 4-on-4, whatever the case may be. Especially with him winning the best of the Super Juniors. No, I'm sorry, it was the I can't remember which Super Junior it was. I'll read it. Hold on, maybe look that up. It's the one that he won with the golden jacket, and what was it he won? I remember it was like some kind of trophy they got too. I'm talking about El Phantasmo, where pertains to him winning it. Okay, let me see. All right, accomplishments. Oh yeah, the Super J Cup, of course. It was that tournament. That tournament when he won the Super J Cup. That's what it was. He won the Super J Cup. Win the cup and win the gold jacket. And he cheated too, by the way, when it comes to that. The whole thing. And by doing low blows and everything. This wasn't the case at all, because also he goes for a low blow to Show, and for some reason his fist started hurting. And then Show revealed that he wore a protective cup. And I'm saying to myself, now that's how you do it, WWE. And why do I say that? Why am I bringing up WWE for this? I'll tell you why. Because when it pertains to Shinsuke Nakamura giving AJ Styles a low blow numerous of times back in 2018, which was 2 years ago, we as fans has been complaining about AJ Styles. You always fall for this. Why don't you wear a cup? Why don't you wear a protective cup to protect yourself from getting low blow every time by Nakamura? Same thing with Brock Lesnar. What was the thing about Brock Lesnar too? He always gained low blow. Remember, it started with the Undertaker back in 2015. Undertaker kept low blowing Brock Lesnar, and we all kept saying at the time, why does he just wear a protective cup? That's been our biggest complaint about this whole thing. And over the years, it kept on going on with Brock Lesnar getting low blow. Not, what pertains to Seth Rollins, recently, like, last year. Dan Bryan at one point, I remember that one too. AJ Styles got a low blow by Daniel Bryan too. That's when Daniel Bryan turned heel. The point is, WWE never follows up on that storytelling. In Japan Pro Wrestling, they did it here. They did storytelling here because they know that El Fantasma will do anything to win, and he will cheat to win. And he went for a low blow, but it backfired because Show, who's been a victim of El Fantasma's low blows over for recent matches that they've been having, and especially with regards to the rest of 2019. And by the way, it was Rocky Romero's idea for Show and Yo to wear a cup. So Show was wearing a cup, and Fantasma started noticing it, and like, oh shucks. So in the end, because of that, the whole cheating tactics that Taiji Ishimori and El Fantasma was trying to do, it backfired, and because of that, they lost. They lost the match. And by the way, too, it kind of a little nitpick too pertains that too, because Show was getting tortured by Taiji Ishimori and El Fantasma in the corner, where retains both of them standing up on top of his groin and putting pressure into it. And that's another thing too. Taiji Ishimori and El Fantasma does that every time too in the match. Now it doesn't mean you get disqualified for that. But same time, it's still illegal to do it, especially when you're close to the ropes. So I guess I understand the way. I guess the cup was hurting him a little bit because of that. But I guess because I was complaining about that a little bit, just a little bit. But other than that, yeah. But yeah, like I said, Roppongi 3K, they won the match. And then Yo shows that he's won the cup too. And Rocky Romero to the camera saying, "It was my idea." So yeah, that was clever, very clever. And yeah, and that's a predicted. Roppongi 3K wins. Great. Then we get to this next match for the British Heavyweight Championship, which Rocky Romero ends up being on commentary for this one, and then throughout the rest of the night. Which this match lasted 12 minutes and 32 seconds with Zack Sabre Jr., the British Heavyweight Champion, defeating Cold Skull Sanada. You heard me right. Zack Sabre Jr. from the Suzuki-gun successfully defended his title of the British Heavyweight Championship title by beating Los Ingobernables Diabon's own Cold Skull Sanada. Match itself was good. But I wish it would have picked up a little bit more. And unfortunately, Sanada didn't get the Paradise Lock. He tried to do it one time, but he couldn't do it because Zack Sabre Jr. was smarter for that. They kept doing a lot of chain wrestling and all that, which I thought was a good match though. Either way, and then some exchange of pinfalls and everything. Until Zack Sabre Jr. got the pinfall on Sanada, and that shocked the hell on me, and also disappointed me. I say to myself, when is Sanada's going to get his? If you're not going to be the British Heavyweight Champion, now I'm not craving for him to be the British Heavyweight Champion though. That's not my issue. My issue is when he's going to get his own singles championship title in Japan. What do you want him to go after? The United States title? That's not going to happen anyways because I'll get to that momentarily. In the crown title, that's not gonna happen either because I'll get to that later too as well. IWGP, the heavyweight championship title. I don't know if that's gonna happen either, but again, never say never. But again, I'll get to more of that later. What about the number open weight? Is that the only title that he can go after at this point? I don't understand what we're doing with Sonata. Sonata's putting out some great matches, and this is no different. And then he loses. He's the only one from Los Igor beyond. At this point, he's the only one from Los Igor Bernales. The phone has come up short, and he's now left without no gold around his waist. You got Hiromu Takahashi, who's on the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. You got Shingo, Bushi, and Evo, who are the never openweight six-man tag team champions. And what's that left with Sonata? Nothing. He couldn't even win the British Heavyweight Championship title. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. But I thought it was a good match, though. I thought it was a good match. Another good match I enjoyed was for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship that lasted 12 minutes and 48 seconds between the United States champion, Jon Moxley, Death Rider himself, versus one half of the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Juice Robinson, being accompanied by another half of the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, David Finlay, who I call Prince Finlay. So, the match right off the bat, Juice Robinson immediately went after Jon Moxley as soon as he got at ringside. And then started fighting and everything, and then they got into the ring and started fighting a little bit more. I should point out, I should maybe finish this match first before I get to the next match. Before I get to the next match, I'm gonna talk about before I get to the next match happen, but maybe stick with this match now. IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship match. So Moxley and Juice Robinson are picking up where they left off of the rivalries, of the feud. Moxley and Robinson fighting, beating the hell out of each other. Now, this was not no disqualification. They didn't even ask for no disqualification, but they were fighting outside the ring like it was a no disqualification because they used chairs in the match. And then they got back into the ring to start continue on the brawl. It was a good match. In the end, it was Jon Moxley, which I can't believe it. Winner, not him just one, but two Death Riders, which in America, when this basically when it has nothing to do with New Japan, it's called the paradigm shift. And in WWE, it's called Dirty Deeds. But in New Japan, Death Rider, one regular one and one he elevated him into one, and still United States Heavyweight Champion Jon Moxley, which I can't believe it. I can't believe he won. I thought Juice Robinson was going to retain. Was going to win and become the new champion. Because Jon Moxley, he's with AEW, and I thought he was going to lose here. And then based on what happened later on, which I'll get to that part later, I guess Moxley's going to stick around for a little bit more. I guess I don't know what his contract is, what pertains to I don't know the extent of his contract, what it is, what pertains to AEW, where he could go elsewhere. But hey, you know what? I'll take it. Jon Moxley, yes. So Moxley wins. Great. But it wasn't over yet because all of a sudden, a familiar music in New Japan. Leader of the Suzuki-gun, Minoru Suzuki, the king, Minoru Suzuki, comes out. He's in his track jacket. He took off his track pants, his track jacket. He's in his track suit, I meant to say. And then he took off his track jacket and, well, first his track pants and then his track jacket. That's what I meant to say. There you go. But Minoru Suzuki is heading to the ring. I said, wait a minute. Are we going to have a pronto match here? And then, Moxley and, Moxley and Suzuki face to face in that, and they start fighting. But they're ringing the bell. I said, wait a minute. So it's a match. And then no, it was just and the reason why I say it's not a match because whenever there's a match going on, whenever there's a match ready to begin, they ring the bell one time. Ready? Ring the bell. Ding. Match begin. Now, whenever there's something going on out at ringside, when it's not a match, and they see something's going on there, like an altercation going on, a fight in a way, they ring the bell so many times. Ding 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 ding. Basically, to let everyone know that so someone stop this, because there's carnage going on. So it wasn't, unfortunately, it wasn't a match. But Minoru Suzuki got the better of Jon Moxley. I mean, of course he did because Jon Moxley just went to a match. So Minoru Suzuki puts him in the Gotch sleeper, and then puts him in the Gotch power driver. And then Minoru Suzuki gets a microphone, and also he grabbed the United States belt. And basically, and why did Minoru Suzuki went after Jon Moxley? Because Jon Moxley went after Lance Archer and Minoru Suzuki during the time in 2019, in the middle of the World Tag League. So, yeah, Minoru Suzuki was like, on the microphone said, "You think I forgot?" And we got some unfinished business, and he wants the United States Championship. So yes, Minoru Suzuki wants that United States Championship belt, and all I gotta say is, I've been wanting to see. When I first heard about Jon Moxley, being part of New Japan Pro Wrestling since leaving WWE, and then seeing list of guys that he could be fighting in New Japan Pro Wrestling, especially how Jon Moxley wrestles and the way he carries himself. I wouldn't mind seeing Jon Moxley versus Minoru Suzuki, and we're getting it. We're going to be getting that in the future in New Japan, and I cannot wait. That is going to be a match of the ages to look forward to, because it's going to be an all-out brawl between these two. I cannot wait. Now, before I move on to the next match, because I'm ready get ready to end this. This match already got right out. I'm not talking about it, but the one thing I want to talk about, Tiger Hattori, excuse me, Tiger Hattori, the senior official referee, refereed 2 matches. He refereed the British Heavyweight Championship match, and he refereed the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship match. So I'm not sure if this is his final night, to referee a match, because we still got New Year's Dash coming up, at Carnegie Hall. And it's the same situation with Jushin Thunder Liger. Is he really Is his last night on wrestling was in New Japan, of Wrestle Kingdom. I meant to say Wrestle Kingdom. And basically represents wrestling overall. Is Wrestle Kingdom really his final night, or it's going to be at Carnegie Hall? Because I'm pretty sure with Jason Liger, that's it. He's done. He's done of in-ring wrestling. And it happened in Wrestle Kingdom 14. I doubt it's gonna be the end. It's gonna be it for New Year's Dash, because they're gonna do a ceremony for him and to celebrate his legacy. But that's something to look forward to in the way, the ceremony, And then we're taking Tiger Hattori. I don't know if this was his final night. of retiring as an official referee, unless that he's going to still do some referees until um maybe at New Year's Dash, and then that probably will be it for him. Maybe, who knows? I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. I just want to point that out though. What pertains to Tiger Hattori. Next match, we get to Hiroki Goto defeating the never openweight champion Kenta to become the new never openweight champion in 16 minutes and 12 seconds. So Hiroki Goto, representing Chaos. When he was wrestling, guy who represented Bullet Club and Kenta. This match was supposed to be a bloody feud, a bad blood. It's basically bad blood between the two, where Hiroki Goto wanted to get his hands on Kenta because he has no respect for anyone, and he has no respect for the fight for anyone else that fight for their lives and in wrestling. And Hiroki Goto pertains to his this whole build up against Kenta for Wrestle Kingdom was that he doesn't care for the belt. He only cares to kick Kenta's ass. So if we get to this match, wasn't the match that I thought it was going to be. I mean, obviously it was going to be a singles match, obviously, but it's supposed to be like this type of grudge match where they're going to go all out in this match. They're going to start beating the living hell out of each other in this match. They didn't do that to the tail end of the match. The rest of the match, it was like, just decent. Until finally it picked up a little bit, but at the very end though, at the very end, Hiroki Goto hits the GTR, the Goto Revolution, to Kenta and gets the win, and new never overweight champion, and Kenta was fine with after that. He just left. I didn't understand. I did not understand at all until something happened. I'll get to that later. But yeah, either way, Hiroki Goto, he got the belt and he won it. And this is nothing too. This has been a pattern for Hiroki Goto. He always goes after this belt. This was accidentally, pertains to with his blooded feud with Kenta. But he always go after the never open championship. It's like this belt, this never open championship belt is made for Hiroki Goto, which is great too. But I remember it's also made for guys like Tomohiro Ishii, and I would love to see that belt to be made, and under the banner of Cold Skull Sanada. I want Sanada to be a singles champion in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Now IWGP Heavyweight Championship title. That for some reason New Japan thinks he's got a long way to go before he does that. But if he's got to have a championship title around his waist, that's got to be the belt. He's got to face Hiroki Goto eventually for that belt. Hopefully he gets that. So, I'm talking about Sanada. But for now, congratulations to Hiroki Goto for winning once again the never openweight championship. As we get to the Battle of the Losers. As I really call that, but when you think about it, what pertains to Jay White representing Bullet Club being accompanied by Gedo versus Kota Ibushi, the Golden Star. Two guys that lost their match from night one of Wrestle Kingdom 14 during the whole double gold dash tournament that's been building up for for Wrestle Kingdom 14, where Jay White lost his Intercontinental title to Tetsuya Naito, good, and Kota Ibushi lost his who was the winner of the G1 Climax 29 to get a shot against Kazuchika Okada for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship title at Wrestle Kingdom, only to lose, unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is. Either way, I was fine with that. Either way, because I was gonna be fine with both ways between Ibushi or Okada to go up against Naito for the end of bracket finals tournament for the double gold dash. So this match between Jay White and Kota Ibushi lasted 24 minutes and 58 seconds. The battle of the losers. I hate to say it like that, but that's what it was to me. And in this match too, it was stipulation too, where the winner in this match will later on in the future will get an opportunity to face either Naito or Okada for both of the IWGP Intercontinental Championship and Heavyweight Championship. Whenever that dates is to happen. But as far as this match was between Jay White and Kota Ibushi, good match. I enjoyed this match for what it was. Gelo got involved in the match. Kota Ibushi showed his evil side once again. It's the side, it's the side you don't want to cross when it pertains to Kota Ibushi, and I love it, by the way. I love how he has that facial expression of that serious look on his face, where it doesn't change at all. When you see the look on his face, like, oh yeah, he's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you. He's in that mood, that level that you don't want to come across. But unfortunately, that wasn't enough because of the cheatings of Jay White and Geto. Jay White had to steal a chair into the head of Kota Ibushi. Geto with the brass knucks. Kota Ibushi at this point was done after that. Jay White hits him with some kind of what, bloody, like a straight jacket bloody Sunday, something like that. That's what it was. But it was a cool move though, a very cool move. And then hits the Blade Runner and gets the win. So yeah, Jay White wins the match. So that means Jay White will be the one to face either Okada or Naito for both belts. Whenever that happens, again, whenever that happens. So yeah, it was a good match. I did get to the next match, which I thought, this match ends up surpassing Jay White and Kota Ibushi, and that is the AEW World Champion representing the Inner Circle, the La Champion, the Painmaker, Chris Jericho. And if Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Jericho goes up against Hiroshi Tanahashi. If Tanahashi would have won this match, he would have got an opportunity for the AEW World Championship. So this singles match happened between Jericho and Tanahashi in 22 minutes and 24 seconds, with Chris Jericho and Hiroshi Tanahashi having a very good match here, folks. Especially with Jericho taking Tanahashi outside the ring and beat him up, and then put him to a table with a DDT. Match continues on the ring, and they start going at it in the match. Jericho was moving the ring. I mean, he ain't his prime anymore, but so I'm moving like he used to move before, but he can still hang in the ring though. Just him hanging in the ring with Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace of New Japan. Amazing, pretty amazing. By the way, when it comes to entrance on tires, Hiroki Goto, he was wearing a new robe, which was pretty cool. Hiroshi Tanahashi, he's got an upgrade of his theme music of Go Waste, and new robe, which was pretty cool, and new tights to go with it. Just want to point that out. So it was pretty cool. But the match was pretty damn good between Jericho and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Trying to find some of my notes here. Oh yeah, Hiroshi Tanahashi went for the what was it called again? How the Kevin Kelly said it. Aces High. The High Aces, something like that. I think that's what it's called. Basically, it's a frog splash crossbody. That's what it was. He tried to Jericho with it in the ring, but Jericho countered with the code breaker. And basically, there was also a lot of good counters at the counts between Jericho and Tanahashi. And then at one point, Hiroshi Tanahashi hits the the high aces. Outside the ring, and then he did it again in the ring. I can't remember how it was done, folks. I'm sorry. I think the first one he did it was outside the ring. Second one he did it in the ring, but he got caught with the code breaker. And then he did it again. Where he trying to for the high fly flow, which is the frog splash. But he didn't. He but also in the match, but didn't connect with it because Jericho got out of the way. Jericho was trying to go for the juice effect, not once but twice, trying to end the match very quickly on Hiroshi Tanahashi. He at one point had the Waltz Jericho on him twice. Hiroshi Tanahashi kept going back at Jericho at one point. Jericho also kept coming back at one point, you know. So in the end, Hiroshi Tanahashi was in the second Waltz Jericho, trying to get to the ropes. On for Jericho to elevate himself a little bit more for the Lion Tamer. And Hiroshi Tanahashi couldn't go anywhere, and he taps out. So yes, unfortunately, Hiroshi Tanahashi didn't win. My prediction didn't come true. This was all, when pertains to Chris Jericho saying, if you're Hiroshi Tanahashi, then you'll get a future title shot of the AEW World Championship. So this whole thing between Jericho and Hiroshi Tanahashi, now I was excited to see the match either way between Chris Jericho and Hiroshi Tanahashi. I was excited to see the match either way, but I was more excited to see it when Jericho made that stipulation. And after Jericho winning this match, I see myself. So basically, what they did here, they hype up this match just to hype it up. This all just to hype up the match. That's what all it was. It was not about if AEW and if AEW and Japan Pro Wrestling is gonna work together in the future. It was all just to hype up this match. Very disappointing. But not losing any hope, folks. Even though Nick Jackson said don't get your hopes up when it comes to New Japan Pro Wrestling and All Elite Wrestling. We'll be able to work together. Work out a deal to work together. I still believe. I still hope that they will. And when it pertains to New Japan, working relationships with Ring of Honor, I think Ring of Honor and New Japan should not work together anymore. And this may be an unpopular opinion of mine, and also to everyone else watching this too. Ring of Honor ain't catch fire anymore, folks. And yeah, maybe you could blame AEW for that for coming out of the scene. But if you really think about it, not much buzz going on with Ring of Honor, especially last year when it pertains to being them going to Madison Square Garden. Let's face it, the Garden is sold out because of Ring of Honor. The Garden is sold out because of New Japan. Because New Japan is the hottest, greatest professional wrestling promotion in the world. Nothing against Ring of Honor though, especially to those that were there. Especially one of my favorites in Jelito, who's there. I just don't see Ring of Honor ever getting to that pinnacle where they're gonna be known to be the best wrestling promotion out there. They got buzz before, but they're not getting that buzz anymore, unfortunately. So I think again with my unpopular opinion, New Japan Pro Wrestling should not be working business with Ring of Honor anymore. Especially of all the things I hear about Ring of Honor right now, everything that's going on with them right now, not good at all. It lost a lot of steam, and it started last year, 2019. They lost a lot of steam, and I don't think they can ever get that back. So hopefully Jelito. I wish he could go to either New Japan or to AEW. That way, Jelito can still could be could be could show himself how relevant he could still be as a professional wrestler. Because I don't want him to be an afterthought. But it's his decision. He's got to make up he's got to think about he's got to think about of his own future, what he's going to do for the rest of his wrestling career. Either stick with Ring of Honor and see that going nowhere, or to actually go to a company that is going somewhere, like Elite Wrestling, or better yet, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Because let's face it, New Japan Pro Wrestling has been around for a long ass time, and it ain't going nowhere anytime soon. I guarantee you that. It's a fact. So wherever Jelito decides to go, if he wants to stay with Ring of Honor till they unfortunately run out go out of business, or you could just go to to AEW. I love to see him go to AEW, and then eventually for AEW and Japan Pro Wrestling to work a deal to work together. And then with AEW, they need the help. They need the help more than they need more help that they can get right now. To get more over and get more recommendations. So, but we'll see. But yeah, but the match itself between Jericho and Tanahashi, it was good. I thought it was a match of the night. So then we move on to the main event. The main event will feature the final, what pertains to the double gold dash match for both of the IWGP Heavyweight Championship and Intercontinental Championship. That lasted 35 minutes and 37 seconds. Leader of Los Ingobernables de Japón, the IWGP Intercontinental Champion, Tetsuya Naito, went up against leader of Chaos, the Rainmaker, the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, Kazuchika Okada. And this match stole the show, folks. Storytelling, chain wrestling, counter after counter, finisher after finisher, drama. Oh my god, this mismatch had it all. All it needed was one of them trying to cheat to win. But that's not what happened though. But hey, I was fine with that either way. But and this reminded me of a little bit. The way this match was booked too. I'm not saying it was like compare or same or similar to Ultimate Warrior versus Hulk Hogan from WrestleMania 6. Not saying it's like that at all, but to me, I got that. I feel like that type of vibe where I was watching that type of match between Okada and Naito. With the same way I feel like while I was watching Hogan versus Warrior. And I loved it. I loved this match. This match was incredible. This is the match I was looking forward to the most on the show here. And it delivered. And it delivered even more when Tetsuya Naito wins. Yes, he won, folks. I was going crazy. I was going nuts when he won. I was like, yes. I mean, I was going too crazy with it, but yeah, it was Destino for Tetsuya Naito to win the main event of Wrestle Kingdom by beating one of the best in the world in Kazuchika Okada to retain the IWGP Intercontinental Championship and become the new IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Now he's been the IWGP Heavyweight Champion before, and he beat the same guy, Okada. I don't remember what event it was though. That's the thing. I don't remember which event it was that he beat him for. But the point is, Naito has been IWGP World Champion before. It was only a matter of time that he was going to win it again against Okada, and it should happen 2 years ago. But guess what? Better late than never. Because 2 years later, was 2 years in the making between Naito and Okada, and Naito got his win back over Okada. And I can't remember. Also, did Naito beat Okada back when the IWGP Heavyweight Championship title was not the main event for that Wrestle Kingdom event, but the Intercontinental title ends up being the main event, which is Hiroshi Tanahashi and Shinsuke Nakamura. I'll try to remember which Wrestle Kingdom it was. In fact, let me check that out right now before I move on. What happened also after that. Give me one moment. All right. Just bear with me, folks. But while I look for it, yeah, I was so happy that Naito won. Man, I couldn't be more happy for Naito for winning. Okay, I think I found it. Okay, no, never mind. That's not the one. I gotta go to Wrestle Kingdom. Okay, Wrestle Kingdom 8. That was the event. Oh, so Naito told Okada as he was getting helped out of the ring. Naito said to Okada, we we should do this again. Kind of like how Okada said to him 2 years ago. So basically, Naito was basically returning the favor, like which I thought was hilarious. Okay. All right, yeah. So Okada did beat Naito on Wrestle Kingdom 8 when he was the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. That was supposed to be another thing where Naito was going to be IWGP Heavyweight Champion, and he wanted that to be in the main event. But the fans at the time voted for the Intercontinental title to be the main event between uh, Tanahashi and Nakamura. And ever since then, Naito hated the Intercontinental title belt ever since. And that basically was a slow build for him to be a heel. And then look what happened with him being a heel. He ends up being going to Mexico, getting better, and he ends up come back to Japan, New Japan, and then forming a faction on behalf or pertains to Los Ingobernables from Triple A or in CMLL. CMLL. That's also another Lucha Libre promotion. CMLL and Triple A. They have this faction of Los Ingobernables. And then Naito was part of that group, and then he transmitted that his own faction into New Japan. That's named Los Ingobernables de Japón, LIJ. But from there, Naito became a heel. And he started getting guys like Evo, Bushi, Sanada, um, Hiromu, and then Shingo came along. But Naito during that time when we got the Intercontinental belt, he hated the belt. He didn't want the belt. He didn't want the belt anyways. And he kept throwing the belt around, destroying the belt, stomping it, doing everything he can, because he hated that belt so much. And to be honest with you, he also did the same thing with the IWGP Heavyweight Championship belt too. But now Naito is not doing that no more. Naito has outgrown that now. Naito is now respecting both belts. That he's now both champions. And guess what? He is the first guy in history in Japan Pro Wrestling to have both of the most prestigious belts in New Japan Pro Wrestling history, and also in pro wrestling history, not just in New Japan Pro Wrestling history, but in pro wrestling history, and that is the IWGP Heavyweight Championship and the Intercontinental Championship. So Naito's getting ready to close up the show with his speech and everything by saying the whole thing with Evil, Bushi, Sanada, Hiromu, Shingo, Ayo himself, Naito, saying Los Ingobernables, and then all of a sudden, Kenta attacks Naito out of nowhere. He spoiled the moment. He spoiled his victory. After he's gonna do all that, we're gonna have some flying confettis. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be fireworks going off too for Naito. Kenta ruined it. He ruined the moment. He ruined his victory moment. And then he hits him with the GTS, go to sleep. And then he goes on Naito, Kenta, with his legs crossed on top of him, with both belts. And I said, wait a minute, is he gonna be challenging Naito for the title? But wait a minute, I said, wait a minute, what about Jay White? Jay White won the match against Ibushi. He earned that right to face Naito for both belts. And now Kenta, based on what he did there, stealing the moment from Naito and from the fans too, and for everybody else watching it. Kenta is going to jump in line of Jay White. I don't know if that's going to sit well for Jay White. Just to retain with Jay White and Kenta, both members of Bullet Club. So Kenta ends up leaving because Bushi shows up. Because Bushi's going to something, right? No offense to Bushi, I love Bushi, but no. Kenta did his job basically, and Kenta was gone. And that was it. Wow, Kenta, I can't believe you. I cannot believe you. That was disgraceful. But hey, Kenta, the fans, the fans of Japan, Japanese fans, basically, the Japanese people that are fans of New Japan and wrestling in general, but basically we're just New Japan. Then they do not like Kenta, even when he was brought into by Shibata back in Dominion from last year. These fans did not find that amusing of him being there, because he went to because he went elsewhere. And we all know where Kenta went when he was called Hideo Itami. Just saying. But wow, Kenta, he's given these fans a reason to hate him. You guys hate me? Well, guess what? I'm gonna give you a reason to hate me. And this is another step in the direction of another reason why to hate me. Wow, unbelievable. But yeah, like I said, the match lasted 34 minutes and 37 seconds. In case the main event, in case I didn't mention it. So there you go. That was Wrestle Kingdom 15, Wrestle Kingdom 14. Wrestle Kingdom 15 is next year, actually. Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom 14, Night 2 on January 5th, 2020. Excuse me. Is in the books now. Now, what pertains to Night 1, I give it a 9 out of 10. This show, for night 2, if you ask me which one was better, I gotta say Night 1. Night 1 was a better show, because I feel like Night 2 you're just phoning in. But the main event didn't fold in. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you one thing. It didn't fold in at all. But for pertains to Night 2, I'm gonna give it a 8.5 out of 10. And that being said, thank you all for watching. At this review, I'm gonna give you the full review of Wrestle Kingdom 14, where pertains to January 4th and 5th of 2020. Where on that one, I'm gonna give you my highlights of the nights, where pertains to Wrestle Kingdom 14. And that being said, thank you all for watching, folks. For It's Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets. So this was your New Japan review, the show from January 5th, 2020, where pertains to giving you Wrestle Kingdom 14 Night 2 results. until next time, folks, which you could tune in after this one. Um, you all take care.